Hey guys, welcome to episode 11 of season 2 here at FC Köln. We are in the transfer window. It is a transfer window special, and you guys have been giving me your feedback with regards which players you think I should target for this window. I mentioned that I was looking for a winger of sorts. And there have been a number of suggestions, a couple outside the box, a couple of alternative suggestions for even which position to sign for, and potential movements around of the starting 11, which actually I'm quite open to. So at present we have Lukas Podolski at striker and Schindler on the right. Now I was looking to replace Schindler in the starting lineup, which is still the plan, and we're looking to sign a winger. However, as rightly pointed out by you guys, he can play at striker, and actually he has 80 finishing. So despite the fact that his passing, his ball control and his dribbling isn't that good, we could use Schindler as a backup striker to Lukas Podolski and sell John Cordoba, who's valued at about £14 million. So that would help raise a substantial portion of funding. That's a very good idea. Also, we could even move Lukas Podolski out wide, because he's got the pace to be decent out wide, and then look to perhaps sign another striker alternatively as well. There's plenty of options open to us. Unfortunately, I have added Lukas Podolski to the transfer list. The King was back for about 12 months, and unfortunately he has continued to decline. We were hoping that with the dynamic potential system he wouldn't. Sadly he has, so we are going to be having to say goodbye to Lukas Podolski sooner rather than later. Drexler is also on the transfer list, so we're looking to move him on. Helpman is actually the man I'm going to put... Oh no, let's put Clemens in there. So we have a number of options available to us, and I have a number of options on my shortlist now. We have about 25 million to spend currently. However, obviously, with Podolski, Drexler and Cordoba on the transfer list, we might be able to drum up another 20 million-ish that would be added to the transfer budget. So these are the players on the shortlist currently. With regards to those that I'm scouting. Joachim Mähler, I don't know if he can play on the right-hand side of midfield, but he was suggested, so I'm scouting him. Mitchell Weiser used to play at FC Köln, started his career here, so might be intriguing to try and bring him back. Still got a couple of players that I'd be interested in next season on the shortlist, just so we don't forget them. Carlos Perez, only a 2-star weak foot, but waiting to see what he looks like. Might be a potential loan signing. Jan Karamo was popular. The highest thumbs up comment on the episode was for Jan Karamo. Georgi Satsishvili, perhaps. Sitaishvili. Apologies if I'm butchering that. Manuel Lazzari, we can see his stats here. Very fast and agile. Pretty good on the ball as well. Slightly expensive, but if we're looking to sign a marquee player in that one position, then we're going to be having to spend that sort of money. Viktor Tsigankov is always very readily available in the comment section as a suggestion. Diatta is in here at the minute. He looks physically like he's going to be very good. He's currently on loan, though, at LA Galaxy, so I'm not sure if he's going to be potential for this season, but maybe for a future season. Paulinho, we have actually scouted previously, and he played well against me for Leverkusen. I don't know what his potential is, but it must be quite high because he's valued very highly. But we might be able to pick him up. It says we might have to offer between 26 million and 26 million. So that leads me to believe that maybe we might be able to pick him up a little bit cheaper than that. Obviously, still got Valverde on the shortlist. Yannick Gerhardt was another name that I just scouted because I was curious. Jakob Brun Larsen, quick, decent enough on the ball, and still expensive, but maybe they'd be open to a loan. I'm not sure. Moses Simon, currently at Levante, 5-star weak foot for him and 4-star skills. Can play potentially at striker or maybe at cam as well. Yanis Hadji can play out wide, 5-star weak foot on him too. Romanian. I don't know if he's any relation to Icon Hadji. We have Goose Till. Don't know anything about him. Never even seen the name before, so I'm curious. Romario Barro. Again, not seen the name. Curious. Pedro de la Vega. He's currently out on loan as well, although physically looks like it could be spectacular, or supposedly. Calvin Stengs. Been playing well recently for the Dutch national side, noticed, but I don't know anything about him in this save. We looked at him in Season 1 at Leicester in the stream save, and he wasn't really as advanced as I was looking for Leicester, but maybe he'd be good enough in this save for Köln. We have Gonzalo Plata, 4-star skills. Looks like he's going to be quick. Don't know whether it's going to be anything else. Johannes Eggestein. Obviously, we looked, or regularly suggested, is Maximilian Eggestein. the central midfielder. But Johannes has played well against us whenever we've played against Werder Bremen, so I'm intrigued. And 4-star weak foot, 3-star skills is good enough. Alan Saint-Maximin, pace for days. Decent enough strength to go along with that at 68. And of course, he's 5'8", so he's not massive, but he's not tiny, but he's good on the ball. Short passing is improved as well as this save has gone on. So he is an option, but he is expensive. Xherdan Shaqiri, previously been in the Bundesliga, obviously, at Bayern Munich. 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. He's 29, but pure quality. We know what we're getting with Xherdan Shaqiri, and he's very good on the ball. And, curiously, is transfer listed at Liverpool. So we might be able to pick him up quite cheap. With regards to the potential moving around of players, Luka Bakio out wide or Kingsley Schindler as backup striker and selling on John Cordoba. Marcus Thuram is being scouted. Alexander Isak is being scouted. And Lucas Mecha is being scouted as well. He's at Chelsea now. Might be able to loan him potentially. Haaland has actually gone out on loan to the Chinese league. So I wasn't expecting... No, actually, Gazisha here. That looks Turkish, actually. Turkish league. And Rafael Leao we still have on the list. And Christian Pavon is another option out wide. Now, a number of these scout reports, because of the realism mod, aren't going to take that long to come back. And because we're in Germany, there's barely any games this month. The next round of the Cup has been drawn. Deutsche Pokal will be Rasenballsport Leipzig for February. But with only 2 games in the month of January, and we shall advance. Moving forward, I'll have a quick train as we push through. Transfer off for Clemens immediately. That's good news. I accepted 7.2, but Preston couldn't agree contract terms with him. Salzburg might be able to agree contract terms with Clemens, and that would be yet further money raised if we can get this potential deal across the line. We were able to agree £7-ish million with Preston, but being an English club, yeah, it was plus 7.2. Being an English club, they're going to have more money. I was hoping Salzburg would be willing to negotiate. Evidently, they didn't want to negotiate at all. No worries, Lucas. I'm glad we're aligned. It's unfortunately an experiment that didn't quite work out. We were hoping that Lukas Podolski could return home and have a big impact on the side. Sadly, that wasn't the case. But never mind. We can push further forward. We've got plenty of youngsters at the club. Still loads in the youth scout system that we're continuing to train. Serpa at right back is handy enough when he comes in. We've got players coming back from loan here. Timo Haase has come back from Pölten, and Matthias Bader has come back from Parma. So I'm not sure where they're going to fit in at this stage. Bader 69, Haase 1-star skills, and he's ruined. 93 acceleration, 86 sprint speed. Technically, absolutely woeful, but physically he's brilliant. Other than 1-star skill move. Can't even do a step over. Not even a step over. Never mind. Moving further forward, though, we have obviously Bader here that I don't know what to do with him. He's 23. I might sell him, add him to the trial. Obviously, we don't need him because we haven't been missing him since he's been out on loan. So maybe we'll put Bader on the transfer list. What's his contract is expiring in 6 months' time anyway. What's he valued at? 5.5. Well, let's renew his contract if we can. And then we can sell him on. So that would raise some extra funds. Are you open to that? £15,000. Great. Thanks for signing the new deal. Goodbye. I feel slightly harsh doing that, but sometimes it's a It's a cutthroat. Joshua Bonao. No, I'm going to say no to that. It's a cutthroat industry, football, and sometimes you just have to... Ah, he's glad to be going. Okay, good. No negative impacts there on morale, at least. Bulgarian international manager's job. No, thank you. I would like to manage at the World Cup in 2022, but it's not something I'm actively pursuing now. Well, I'll wait until we're closer to the time. An offer from New England Revolution for John Cordoba. Don't know if they'd be willing to match his wage expectations, but wait and see what we can do. They've offered above his valuation already. I shall ask for 19.5, and I don't know if they'll have that money or if they'll even be willing to negotiate. They're not. That's fine. I'm just getting a ballpark figure of what I might be able to ask for John Cordoba. I highly doubt they would have been able to afford his wages in the first place. So it's kind of there was almost like a good guinea pig team to test the waters with regards to the figure that we're asking for with the counter. Hopefully someone else comes in that has bit more financial clout than New England Revolution. Scout reports are back, and a transfer offer for Bader as well. I'll accept that straight off the bat from West Ham. Probably shouldn't have, but never mind. Right, I'm going to go work through these scout reports, and then I shall report back myself. Still working through those scout reports, advanced a couple more days. I've removed some players that weren't quite good enough. Another offer for a Bernal here, this time from Manchester City. I'm not looking to sell on the young centre-back. I obviously don't have a massive pool of players to draw on in that position. Royal Antwerp have asked to loan for Strata. Swift no, I think, is the answer there. The league form could certainly be improved with regards to the actual players that are already here. And I'm hoping that we will pick up a couple of victories in today's 2 games when we get there. If we can go on a decent run, we're only 6 points away from the European spots. And now that we've... there's another clump of scout reports coming back. Now that we've had a taste of European football this first season, I want to be qualifying for Europe every single year. Okay, yeah, this is a big list again. Right, BRB. Right, so I've worked through, removed the players that I don't think I'm going to target, and I've got a list here. Mitchell Weiser, 4-star, 4-star, does look pretty tasty and isn't that expensive because he's down as a right back, not a right mid, but would be perfectly suited to a right side of midfield position. Decent crossing at 80, obviously good ball control. Short passing's up at 80 as well. Tackling's decent, so you can maybe defend from the front. And again, a former FC Köln player. This guy, Joachim Mähler, does look handy. Really, really fast. 6 foot tall. Not incredible technically, but certainly worth perhaps a punt. But he is quite expensive. He's not available on loan. I did try, considering he's only on £4,700 a week. Lazzari on the right hand side, we knew about him. He looks pretty handy. Expensive, but kind of proven talent, I guess. Paulinho, we know about him. Jan Karamo, 4-star, 4-star. He's not quite as advanced as I was hoping he might be. But again, a decent option. And only young at 22, so room for growth there as well. And wouldn't be all of my budget in one go. Carlos Perez, he's quick, but I don't know if he's going to be the one that I choose. He's not too dissimilar from Jan Karamo, to be fair. Gerhardt, I got the scout back report from him as a centre mid. He's just a bit meh, but I haven't removed him just yet. Brie Larson, obviously, fast. Decent technically, but again, I don't think Dortmund would sell him to us. Hadji, 5-star weak foot for him. 6 foot tall, quick, agile, good stamina as well at 88. Strength isn't too bad. Can play centrally too, but technically is not perhaps quite at a level that we're hoping for. But at 78 rated and 22 years of age, again, there's room for growth there. So I am tempted, but he too is quite pricey. Calvin Stengs, he's actually advanced slightly further than he has in the stream save and looks like a decent option with 84 short passing as well as 83 dribbling and 84 ball controls. Crossing's not too high, but crossing isn't really that effective in FIFA 20. He is, however, very pricey. Gonzalo Plata, 4-star skills for him. Quick, not that strong, but strong enough, but technically, again, lacking slightly. Jannes Eggestein is a player that if I don't really have anyone else I can go for, then I might go for him. If we aren't, kind of, he's low down the pecking order because he doesn't really stand out anywhere, to be fair. But he has played well against me, so that's kind of the only reason he's still on the list. Obviously, Alan Saint-Maximin, obviously, Jordan Shaqiri. Marcus Thuram, 3-star, 3-star. Fairly fast, so his acceleration is still on the lower side. 93 strength, though, so he's going to be able to just hold people off. Ball control and dribbling are decent. Finishing is okay, could be trained. He's only 23, so room for growth there as well. Could be a good option, although, again, plays for a rival, so whether they'd be willing to sell him to me, I'm not sure. Alexander Isak, fast. 90 acceleration, 90 sprint speed. Technically, don't know. Really, really don't know. Pavon, yes. Quick. Pretty good technically, but expensive. I am torn between about 6 players here. So I'm going to go and try and see how cheaply I can agree a deal for Xherdan Shaqiri, because the fact he's on the transfer list intrigues me. He's a player that you don't see many people signing, Criminal. I do like to make signings that are kind of out of the usual. As we mentioned, he's on the transfer list, so I'm not going to offer them much at all. Just 15 million, and we'll see if they're willing to negotiate from there or even accept him. No, they're not. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get him as cheap as I hoped, so I'll remove him from the list. I was hoping we might be able to get him relatively cheap. That's not going to be an option, unfortunately. So at present, I don't really feel like I have the financial clout to challenge for anyone that I really would want, other than Mitchell Weiser. Mitchell Weiser is really, really intriguing me. 80 short passing is good as well. Obviously, he could fill in at right back if needed with a Hezibwe. We don't really have any standout right backs other than Serpent. He's not really standout yet. Jan Karamo does intrigue me because of his young age. And then there was someone else that... Was it Stings? No. I can't quite recall who it was now. Turan was intriguing me as well with regards to potential striking role. But again, rival, so I'm not sure. I'm going to go for Mitchell Weiser as a former player, and the fact that he's no, I do not want to pay 30 million pounds for it. The fact that he's not massively expensive, and one of the cheapest on the list, despite only being 26, so still has a good few seasons in him. They are a local rival, obviously, Leverkusen, but he is a former player, and they'd be willing to accept 17 million. Let me try and offer slightly less than 15.5 plus the sell-on clause of 4%, 16.5. So that, yeah, done and done. Easy decision on that front. 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, good in the pass, good on the ball. I think that would be a very good signing. He's on £64,000 a week, so hopefully he might come down a bit from there. But I'd be really, really pleased if we could bring him in. That would be absolutely superb. Now, will you be willing to take a pay cut? It would be important. If you want Crucial, you can have it. He wants Crucial. He can have it. Be starting on the right-hand side ahead of Schindler. I'll just try and get him on as long a contract as we possibly can. That's not a problem. No release clause. That's fine. Now, tell me what you want wage-wise. You're not going to. Okay, I'll offer him 50. Signing on bonus of 100 and... Oh, it's meant to be 150, but I'll stop at 120 then. Why not? And he might accept that. He might... Yeah, okay, good. In. Mitchell Weiser. Good news. That's a fantastic signing. I'm really pleased with that. And hopefully he could be just as effective on the right as Trezeguet has been since we moved him to the left. I think that's a brilliant deal for us and exactly the sort of player that we're looking for that role. I've still got Drexler to sell, still got Podolski to sell, still got Cordoba to sell, so there's plenty of time left in the window for those deals to go through and for us to sign someone else. But I have a feeling, because of the state of our financial situation right now, we are going to need to sell these guys to be able to afford anyone else. I now only have about £13 million, so we're going to advance towards this game against Fortuna Dusseldorf, and we'll see if we get any other offers before then, which we don't. So now, press conference, and then a game at home against our local rivals. Köln versus Dusseldorf. Weiss's transfer from Leverkusen stands out as one of the bargains of the year. Wow, I didn't think it was quite that good, but I'm very happy with that. He will certainly be good for the team. Bargain of the year? I think that's the first time any transfer I've made has been advertised as such. Really testing our team's Europa League ambitions. It won't be easy, but it never is. It's our responsibility to try, and we're going to try very, very hard to achieve Europa League football again for next season. If not better, if we possibly can. I'm not concerned about Dusseldorf at all. That's performed admirably. And we had a bit of a blip a couple of episodes ago, but we turned that around in the last episode. We lost 4 games in a row, but then with progression in the cup against Leverkusen, a draw against Freiburg, and then a massive victory against Stuttgart, I'm happy with where the side is form-wise. Hopefully, we can add to that now with a game here against Dusseldorf. Right, Dusseldorf starting lineup. Wolf in goal. 4 at the back. Suttner, Mensah, Feeney and Zimmer. Sobotka and Capezzi in the middle. He's a new signing for them. Ampoma, Sturger and Karaman on the right with Lasagna up top. Oh, Kevin Lasagna. He terrified me last time and terrorised us last time we played Dusseldorf. And I think they beat us, didn't they? Time to get a bit of payback, I think. Sturger. Runners around him. One of which inside here is Capezzi, and they've got some men over. It's a poor ball though, and Ahizebe will easily cut that out. I'm going to get this all the way out wide to Jonas Hector, and then try and send Trezeguet down the left, which we've done nicely. And he's taken it in his stride, and oh, I was hoping he'd stay on his feet and get away from that challenge, and we would be clean through, but no. Certainly a yellow card offence, I think, despite the fact it's only 10 minutes in. Zimmer might find himself going into the book here, and does. Now, can we do anything from the set piece? Jean Zimmer, what a name. I'm going to take, just number 27 just arrived in frame, and has made me question whether going short's the right thing. I will try and get it in there to Mitchell Weiser, actually, and we'll try and turn if we can. And Weiser's in behind here. We'll stand it into the middle. Can we get him an assist on debut? No. Oh, Verstrata. He's just hit him on the top of the head and gone away. Right, come on then, lads. Let's go again. Here's Cotsiello. Forward me there is Florian Kainz. There's Luca Bacchio in on his left. The effort, well saved by Wolf. Got caught after the ball had gone, I think, there. But no foul. Cotsiello delivers the ball. It's decent. Wolf punches, but it's not gone far. Florian Kainz. Little back heel. Anton. Oh, that wasn't meant to go all the way out towards Cotsiello again, unfortunately. And the moment has passed. 15 minutes in. We are the better side at the start, but no goal to show for it yet. Slightly heavy touch. Trezeguet, you're in. I'll lift it over the top to try and ensure that he gets there with the other defenders coming to him, but he's not going to get to it. And Trezeguet will pull this back here for Florian Kainz, and we lead. That's a very nice move, and it has been coming. A deserved 1-0 lead 5 minutes before half-time. Florian Kainz certainly excelling in that central role. Now we've moved him into the middle. I'm sorely tempted to still sell Schaub if we could maybe bring someone like Yanis Hadji in. But we'll wait and see. Don't want to get too gung-ho in the transfer window because I want to sell someone and then not be able to replace someone with a lack of budget. Oh, yes, good lad. And away we go. Down the right-hand side. Good run. We'll just cut back and turn inside, and that's gone really well. And there's Cotsiello. And maybe back to Mitchell Weiser. On debut, no! Blocked by the defender. Could still fall to someone. Cotsiello to Florian Kainz. Can he get another? No, blocked again. Kainz again. We do have two! Oh, that was hard fought. We just would not give up on that. And Florian Kainz gets his and our second in stoppage time. Oh, that was his 8th goal of the Bundesliga season so far. All of a sudden, with the way that we've been playing, other than the blip of 4 defeats in a row, the way that we've been playing recently, European football seems like it's almost a nailed-on certainty if we can keep this going for the rest of the season. And who knows where after that. And Poma in behind. Ball could be delivered in and is deflected, and Anton heads it behind for a corner to Dusseldorf. Are they fighting back right at the very beginning of the second 45? Sturger will take the corner. Oh, it's a dangerous whip too, and it will end up in the back of the net. Not too sure what Timo Horn was doing. I didn't ask him to come for that. There was multiple people underneath that. I would like to see a replay. Yeah, better angle. Thank you. That goalkeeping dive animation, when someone's about to head it, you don't... Yeah. I think that's just a FIFA goal where the AI has chosen the wrong animation for my goalkeeper. If he goes up to punch that, then he probably gets rid of it. But he's tried to dive sideways at everybody's feet when they're heading it. Oh, we still got it. It's all right. Don't panic. It was never going to end well for us if the keeper's going to do that. I actually pull that back there to Verstrata and look through. We found Kainz. He's on a hat-trick. I couldn't get it out my feet quickly enough to have immediately restored a 2-goal advantage. Would have been superb. But now they're back within 1 goal. We are going to have to be very, very wary in this second half. And it looks like they really do mean business in this second half as well. They didn't have a single shot in the first 45. But now they could barely keep themselves out of my half. Out to Pledl. Just come off the bench for them. Sutner. Down the line to Pledl again, and he's in behind here. It was really well worked. We might be in trouble. Win that header, Anton. Oh, Jonas Hector's brought it down. What are you doing, Timo Horn? A penalty's been given. I was trying to clear it, and Jonas Hector brought the ball down out of the air. Jonas Hector caused me all sorts of problems in a previous game in the Champions League, in the Europa League, where he inexplicably kicked the ball against the team opposition man on the line rather than just clearing it through space. And he might be costing us a game again here. Borja Bastone off the bench and... Oh no! Timo Horn got to it but couldn't keep it out. I was halfway through the S of saved. shit! Is perhaps the word I should be saying instead. Oh, Timo Horn went the right way, and I was certain there that we were going to be getting that out, and he's pushed it into the side netting. We're going to be getting a draw against Fortuna Düsseldorf. And again, I can't look beyond Jonas Hector for making the mistake. He's our club captain and our cover star for the series with regards to the thumbnail. But that's twice now. He's cost us a result this season. Actually, he didn't cost us a result against Victoria Bulls, and we were still able to get the victory. But he certainly cost us 2 points here, going from a win to a draw. Jonas, sort yourself out, mate. I don't want to move you on or replace you even, at the very least, in the starting lineup. But we should have won that game. We should have won that game, and we haven't. And I can't look any further than Jonas Hector. I pressed clear. He brought it down out of the air, then tried to clear it, and in the end, ended up taking someone out whilst trying to clear the ball. Vice to put in a great performance. He can offer us more. It's clear to see why I bought him, I think is the right way to say they was good on the right-hand side. Hopefully we'll see more of him in future games as well. Verstrate is playing very well indeed. He too deserves the praise. And regressively, Lukas Podolski picked up an injury. 5 days. 5 days. A safe return. That's good news. We know about his injury before we even gotten back to the menus. I was hoping it would be a bruised shoulder and nothing more. And indeed, a bruised shoulder and nothing more. Phew. Right, I'll have a train. We'll advance a bit and we'll see if we get any offers for some of the players that we're trying to sell on. Loan offer for Katterbach, which I'm going to reject, actually. Because of the performance of Jonas Hector, I might give Katterbach a start in the next game. Clues have offered me 3.1 for Drexler. No? Question mark? If you could give me the full 5, then that would be fine. I know he's 30 and we haven't been able to agree. I haven't had many other options to sell him on. Okay, they're really not willing to offer me much at all. I mean, it's better than nothing, but I'd rather get close to his valuation if I can. 4.5. Okay, good. Right, that will be Drexler. Because even at the very least, if we aren't able to sign anyone else now, because of the realism mod, we'll get all of the money that we have left over next season. So it doesn't matter when we sell people that we want to sell, as long as they get sold. A loan offer for John Cordoba. That's a no. I want him sold, please. That is a lot of money locked up in him. And an offer for Clemens from Portimonense. Portimonense, perhaps? Don't know. We shall negotiate. I don't know, as they're a side that have a lot of financial clout, so I'm not going to get too aggressive with my negotiations here. We'll ask for 6.5 and see if they'll come anywhere near it. Don't know if they'll be able to afford his wages. No, they're going to offer me 5.1 again. Will you give me his valuation at least? Give me his valuation. Go on. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Right, he's on 42 grand a week though, so again, I'm really not sure that they'll be able to afford his wages. But if we can get more players out, transfer for Cordoba, Levante, who've just lost Moses Simon to Lazio. Moses Simon, I decided I wasn't going to go for, and then he signed for someone else anyway. But Levante obviously looking to replace Moses Simon, and John Cordoba could be the man that they pick off. I'll ask for 17.5, and hopefully they're willing to negotiate a little bit. I don't want to go too... Why? It's not like that's an unreasonable amount of money to ask for a £14.5 million player that's only 27. No one's really allowing any sort of leeway in the negotiation. They're like, no, I want you... that's annoying. Thankfully, though, Lukas Podolski is back. And we can head into the next game against Frankfurt. And this time, actually, no, I'm going to give... Yeah, I can go through and do it on the next menu, can't I? I'm going to go and give Katterbach a start here against Frankfurt. We tend to play quite well against them, even though they are a very good side. Jonas Hector are being dropped for a game. Katterbach has the physicality, just not the technicality yet, but hopefully that will come in time. And with first team experience, that should accelerate that too. Kevin Trapp in goal for Frankfurt as expected. Elvedi, Hinteregger and Kabasele at centre-back now, with Hasebe sat further forward again. Kostic, Gacinovic, Sau and Da Costa pushed forward with Rebic and Bastos up top. Now, in both of the last 2 games against Frankfurt, they've ended up getting a man sent off. Is that trend going to continue today? Hasebe in there to Gacinovic. So, around the corner, Trezeguet steps in. Oh, Verstrate. If that was intentional, it was absolute genius, mate. Unbelievable. Luka Bacchio. No, yes. It did reach Weiser. And we'll get it to Luka Bacchio quickly. Then he will drop on the shoulder on the left foot and give us a 1-0 lead. Full confidence now with Luka Bacchio on his left-hand side. Finally, we've settled with the striker here at FC Köln. Or a striker that's mine. We settled with Rafael Leao. He was only on loan and now he's too expensive to buy. But someone certainly we can prioritise again in the future. But right now, Luka Bacchio, he's doing the business for us. 8 goals in the Bundesliga so far. Kostic, nice interception by Heasyweight. Work it centrally first. Verstraeten's there. And then Florian Kainz, forward to Luka Bacchio. Verstraeten again is Mitchell. Well, he's made the run there, Mitchell Weiser, but I think I could squeeze it through to him. I don't quite have the quality of passer yet at the side. We'll work on that next season, I think. Kainz. Oh, all right. Well, no. Okay, fine. Oh, Jesus. I'll have that. Yes, Katterback. Well, certainly looking to make an impression, isn't he? Now that he's had the opportunity, and that was one way to do it. Threw himself in front of the man there. That's a great ball out to Filip Kostic, who is very fast. Thankfully, Kingsley Heasyweight is just as quick. Although, Kostic is quite tricky. But we've gotten past him. Heasyweight, brilliant. Absolutely superb. Into Florian Kainz. Forward to Luka Bacchio, but not through the gap as we were hoping. Esebe out here to Danny da Costa. Katterback was very dominant. And last time he was involved in a physical encounter and has done brilliantly there again. And now he's on the move down the left-hand side and might set up a counter-attack. Katterback into Kainz. I just lift it to try and hope that it reaches him, but it took a deflection off the defender's leg. Anton Chest sat down nicely, and Cotsiello could send Mitchell Weiser away there, and he showed good anticipation to make the run. And he just ran offside. Unfortunately, Luka Bacchio has got the strength to hold everybody off. He's away. Well, that's essentially to Verstraeten. Be patient, and the chance will come again. And there it is. And Luka Bacchio kicks it straight against Kevin Trapp, unfortunately. But we're looking like we're going to be the side to score the second goal, as we were in the last game. Hopefully this time we can hold on to our lead for the full 90 minutes. It's a lovely ball into Bastos, but we should be able to catch him up if he keeps going all the way to the line. Katterback chuntering away, but not going to get there. Anton wins the header though, and danger averted for the time being. Katterback couldn't quite get to it. Oh, Jorge Mera's not the best of clearance, but Verstraeten's done brilliantly. Verstraeten and Cotsiello have been brilliant as a centre mid pairing. And Sol made a good point in the last, I can't remember if it was the last episode or the one before, but every time we don't start, even though I didn't feel like I was that comfortable with Cotsiello at the beginning of the save, every time we don't play Cotsiello, we find ourselves on the end of a difficult result, or a difficult game at the very least. So even though he hasn't got the strength, his creativity and just ability on the ball is certainly changing the way that we play. That's going to fall, unfortunately, to Bastos, and Cabasele is the man that has the effort. Timur Horn does get to that this time with a punch animation. Thank you. Kostic to Cabasele. Don't fancy him again from there. He's away. He's had the... oh, no. Oh, I was going to say he's had Kostic in his back pocket, but he got away from me there. But Bastos was offside, so we've had a let-off. If we can score a second before half-time again, that would be great. If not, still quite happy with a 1-0 lead. Cotsiello, forward to Luka Bacchio. Round the corner to Kainz. Trezeguet, where are you? He's a bit too far wide. Verstraeten with a nice turn. Luka Bacchio out of his feet. Looking for Kainz. Can't find him. Esebe in there to Rebic. Movement in front of him. I tried to reach and couldn't get there. Oh, is that a foul? No, nothing given. Thankfully. Kainz. Oh, he ran at me there. I wasn't ready for that. We will get the ball off to Luka Bacchio. And space. Mitchell Weiser, he's in. He got an assist already. And now a goal too. I think he might well be a very good signing for us. And dirt cheap too. Welcome back to FC Köln, Mitchell Weiser. 2-0 to us. Not really looking to get a third, more so than just hold on to the two we've got. And evidently we're not going to do that because Skiri decided to ignore the football. 3 minutes to go though, and I'm absolutely thrilled with Mitchell Weiser's performance in this one. He wasn't amazing in the first game, but in this one, he's certainly proved to be worth the fee. It was Mitchell Weiser to Luka Bacchio for goal number 1, and Luka Bacchio to Mitchell Weiser for goal number 2. And we might even be getting goal number 3. And we are. Ehizaway pushing forward from right back. Scores us a third. It's 3 goals. It's 3 points. And hopefully we might be able to make it another signing in the January transfer window as well. We'll wait and see if we can sell John Cordoba, maybe even use Cordoba as part of a deal to bring someone else in, although I would prefer the luxury of the liquid cash so that we can be more, like, there might be someone that I want where they don't want another striker, whereas, you know, I'm limited with who I can go for if I'm trying to use John Cordoba as make weight. If I have just liquid cash, then I'm able to go for whoever the hell I want, provided they're willing to sell them to me. Leipzig just won 6-0 against Hamburg. Dortmund drew in Der Klassiker against Bayern, but we were superb today. Luka Bacchio has been brilliant for us since coming in, since you guys told me he was left-footed. No challenge against Frankfurt, again, surprisingly. We always seem to do really well against them. You won again. Do you think that Eintracht Frankfurt played well? There's no stopping us right now. Unless you're Timo Horn and you decide to dive at someone's feet, or Jonas Hector and you weren't very good in that last game either. But, to be fair, Katterbek came in and did very well. So what I might do is put Jonas Hector on the bench and move Katterbek into the starting lineup. He may well have earned that role for the foreseeable future. Hopefully his technical attributes can improve. I don't know, actually, as I'm training him. I'm not sure. Milinkovic-Savic has gone to Real Madrid. Gonçalo Guedes has gone to Juventus, and Munir has gone to Arsenal. They're the three biggest deals so far, so not a massive window, actually. We've got 16 million left to spend, and that's because Drexler is gone. Florian Kainz. Thanks for, I mean, you were never going anywhere, Florian. You've been superb. You're doing great. Absolutely brilliant in the first game of today's episode. And then we had some scout reports. Right. That's a no. That's a no. That's a no. Please, give me someone that's superb. 66 to 94 has potential. Damian Stepanets. But we'll wait. 59 to 85, no. 50 to 77, no. He's 15. I don't need anyone else back there. I'm going to say no. I don't. He's not going to stand out as someone that's going to be truly spectacular. Now, Noah Mercier. I mean, it would be nice to have a young striker, just to see how he grows in the realism mod, so we'll sign him. 67 to 91. I do have a number of central midfielders already. There's no harm, we can always sell him on later if he grows really well. 65 to 95, 5'9", potential of a defender, no. 43 to 67, no. 65 to 93, if he was 14, not 17, I'd say yes, but sorry, mate. And 72 to 96, oh, hello! Yes! Sold, signed, sealed, delivered. He is in. My God. 3.3 million. That's the highest valuation I've ever had for anyone in a youth setup ever. 64 rated. 77 sprint speed, 77 acceleration. 82 curve with potential of up to 96. Arthur Willems. Okay. Keen, very keen on that. Still not sure what's going to happen with Zander. Hugo Peters, still looking okay. 76 to 96 for Louis Platavout. Not sure about him still. Noah Mercier. Yeah, maybe a bit better used at Cameron Striker. He's only 52 rated though, but he's 15, so no, I'm gonna release him. Marko Vuksic. Yeah, we'll keep training him, or start training him if I haven't already. Eustace Brandt, 80 to 92 potential. He's still growing well. Lucas De Witt, 83 to 96. He's still not massively growing. Yannick Diekman, 78 to 90. But we're not getting much growth out of the youth prospects, are we? Even with training. That's frustrating. But let's finish transfer deadline day. And even if we aren't able to sell John Cordoba, I could try and use him as part of a deal for someone else. But I'm not really going to be up. I tell you what, actually. Oh, I just removed Pavon. I didn't want to do that. What was his name? Boadu. He was pretty handy for us when he came in on loan. Has he been sold or is he just on loan? He's on loan. I will shortlist him again because he was pretty tasty on loan. He might be someone we could sign next season. Boadu. Was it Pavon? No, Pavon's there. Oh, I removed someone. Alexander Isak, I think, actually. Do I go for Thuram? He's probably going to grow well. I'll try. I've not got a massive amount of money, and he's probably going to cost me quite a fair bit. I can't afford his current transfer fee, and if they're not interested in John Cordoba, then I'm not going to be able to get him at all. And they are not interested in John Cordoba, so I might have to just pull out of that. Ah, no, 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 it was accidental. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Jesus! I nearly accidentally offered David Trezeguet. Fucking hell, I did it again. Mahmoud Trezeguet, other position, centre backs. Nah, I'm going to pull out. End negotiation. Can't afford that. We'll wait to sell John Cordoba. How much was that Hadji guy, and how much is Schaub? Kainz is good, but he is older than Schaub. Schaub is valued at 15 million. I don't really get. Oh, could I trade Schaub for sort by position? Can I trade Schaub for Hadji even? Because he doesn't want much wage-wise, or he's not on much wage-wise at least at this moment in time. Player swap. Midfielders. Luis Schaub. Okay. Goodbye. That's not going to happen. Let's pull out of that one. Jesus Christ. We're going to need to save, I think, for the summer window, where hopefully, if I can still sell Cordoba, etc. in this... Oh, left side. I presume for that fee, it's Jordan Lukaku at Dortmund. Transfer for Lukas Podolski. I've had minimal interest. I will just accept it. If I can sell on Cordoba in this window, I will look to do so. And we'll try and make as much of that deal as possible. Clemens is going nowhere. So we could have raised some more money. We've still got players to move on. And of course we will, as we mentioned earlier on, take all of the money that we have left at the end of this season into next year. Hopefully we'll have a bit of a boost from the European football this year. An offer for Skiri, who's not in the first team picture right now. No, not yet. There are other areas in the side where I need to improve before I think about sorting out my central midfield. And when I sort out my centre midfield, I want to sign someone that's really good, not someone that's just kind of mid-tier. So Skiri can stay for now. He's probably going to be the one that goes. Transfer for Strata, speaking of, and Cozziello are certainly going to continue on, and Özcan will be a good rotation. And if I can sign someone that's spectacular, then that would be brilliant. Any news? Podolski transfer thoughts have broken down. Okay, not to worry then. So we are as we were. Right, let's see. Oh no, it's Hanover. Where are we? Werder Bremen. Right, so Mainz minimal. Lukaku in at Dortmund. I imagine that is Jordan, not Romelu, as we say, because of the size of the fee. Bayern have just sold Fein, and that's it. Fellet in at Frankfurt. Nedelku in at Hamburg. Dimitrovic in at Hanover. Berlin made one signing. We've made one signing and sold two. A small window for us. Weiser, obviously, and Leon Bailey leaving Leverkusen. They've sold him as well. I'm not sure where he will have gone actually. Yeah, there you go. Real Madrid. I was going to say it must have been a sizable fee for their overall profit in that window. £44.5 million. Real Madrid have signed Milinkovic-Savic and Leon Bailey in the same window. Good window for them. Yeboah in at Dortmund. Mönchengladbach. Marino and Haidara. Some business done by Leipzig. We've got them as the first game, I think, of tomorrow's episode. With regards to the cup, Haidara in at Wolfsburg. Aronson, right, let's finish the window. Not a lot of money gets spent in Germany. I've noticed that. Obviously comparatively to the Premier League, but you know what I mean. Yeah, we've got loads of kids in the youth setup, but they're all doing okay right now. No one's spectacular. Am I training Katterback? I am training Katterback here. Is any of it his sprint speed? It's not. I might take Eustace Brandt out here. Because Katterback's sprint speed is only 76. If I could train his sprint speed as well. Can we do sprint speed, acceleration, dribbling? Can I do something that does sprint speed slightly better? Acceleration. There's a shooting one that does sprint speed. Speed shooting, there you go. And that's going to do it by more because it's a hard one. Yeah, let's do that. And then I'll resave that one as LB and RB. And we'll delete the other one. Right, that's going to be all for today's episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Do drop the video a like if you enjoyed, of course. And make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the rest of this season. I will actually quickly show you the league table before we end. And see where those 4 points, frustratingly not 6, have ended us in the table. And what the gap is to Leipzig, who actually we play again in the league after we've played them in the cup in the next episode. So we'll play them in the cup. We'll probably play the league game as well, and we'll play one of these 2 away games, and then sim the others. Sim the other 2. Right, Bundesliga. We are 8th, and we are 6 points off Leipzig. Could be 3 if we beat them. Could be 3. Mönchengladbach are 5 points away from us, but then, to be fair, the Champions League spot's in 4th. We're not. It's only a further 3 from Wolfsburg. If we can go on a good run of form at the end of this season, we might well be in the reckoning for Champions League football next year. But it's going to be one hell of an ask. But I think with the introduction Mitchell Weiser and the form we've been in recently, it's a realistic ask. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. Can we make top 4? Or should we just prioritise top 6 and be happy with that? We'll wait and see. Thank you very much for watching, lads. I'll see you tomorrow.